All right. Welcome everyone to the August 20th St. Botolph Area Architectural Conservation District Commission hearing. We will get started, and Doug Miller is going to be our acting chair. So Doug, if you could please read the opening script.
Sure. The time is now 5:16. I'm calling to order the St. Botolph Street Area Architectural Conservation District Commission, August 20th, 2025, public hearing. Commissioners present are Jim Cutchin, Nancy R., and Douglas Miller. Today, the Commission will be holding a public hearing to review applications in accordance with the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Executive Order suspending certain provisions of the Open Meeting Law, including the March 28th, 2025 amendment extending the suspension of these provisions until June 30th, 2027. We are conducting this meeting online. To ensure public access to the deliberations of the St. Botolph Street Architectural Conservation District Commission, the public may access this call through telephone and video conferencing. This hearing will be recorded. All further conversations between commissioners should be audible in the public in attendance until the hearing has adjourned. Are there any media or elected officials currently present? If so, please state your name, title, and affiliation.
If there are, if you could, I was just going to say, if there are anyone, if you could raise your hand. I'm not seeing any. Okay.
Members of the public will have the opportunity to ask questions and provide public comment on applications and discussions. To do so, please raise your hand in the application via the Zoom meeting platform. We will repeat these instructions throughout the hearing.
All right. Do you want to go to the next slide?
Yes.
And Doug, if you could just read our agenda into the record here.
Absolutely. So ratification of the public hearing minutes, June 18th, 2025, public hearing meetings, administrative review and approval, 26.0009 SB 94 St. Botolph Street, Apartment 1, replacing all 9 existing aluminum double hung windows with bronze aluminum clad exterior and with aluminum half screens. Staff updates, and then adjournment.
Great. So I think we can, maybe our first order would be for the meeting minutes. So Jackie, if you could just go back yet. So Doug, if you want to, or I hope everyone, all the commissioners here received a copy of the minutes. Were there any changes or edits? All right. If not, Doug, would you like to ask for a motion to accept the hearing minutes from June 18th, 2025?
Sure. So I was able to review the minutes. I was not present during that meeting, so I can't confirm their accuracy.
I was at the meeting and I read them and I thought that they looked reasonable. That was about the wells around the windows.
Correct.
Would it make most sense for Jim or Nancy to?
Yeah. You could ask if, would anyone like to make a motion to accept or ratify the public hearing minutes from June 18th, 2025?
You want to do it, Nancy? I make a motion to ratify the minutes from the June 18th, 2025 meeting. Accept the minutes. I'm not doing this properly, sorry.
Is there a second?
I would second that. I was there.
All right. So all commissioners in favor, say aye.
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 No one, anyone opposed? Okay, the hearing minutes are ratified. So now we can move to the next order of business, the administrative review approval items. And we don't typically do presentations for the administrative review items. So when we have public hearings, the agenda is typically broken up into design review applications, which are larger projects that have a formal presentation, and then the administrative review projects, which are projects have been reviewed by staff, and staff has confirmed that they are consistent with design guidelines. So this application 26.0009 SB 94 St. Botolph Street, Apartment 1, remove all 9 existing non-original aluminum double hung windows, replace with double hung windows with bronze aluminum clad exterior aluminum half screens. So I've asked Jackie just to do a little recap of all of you about this project and how it's consistent with the design guidelines.
Yeah, so just going forth, sort of going left to right with the images. Left is obviously the existing structure. 94 St. Botolph was built in the late 19th century, and it is a brick row house. So the particular scope of work here was pertaining to the basement unit of the property of 94 St. Botolph. And so in particular, replacing all 9 windows, which you could see outlined in the image to your right-hand side. In particular, the basement street windows, in addition to the backside windows, which are publicly visible, were included in that scope of work. Now, the middle image you see here in 94 St. Botolph, I just wanted to go over that, specifically going over the replacement window. So this replacement window was a double hung window with bronze aluminum clad exterior and aluminum half screens. And these are things that are outlined within the standards and criteria of the district, in particular within the sort of subject under window sash. It says that all sash windows will be double hung, which this proposed window is. And another thing that I would like to point out as well is that it says, the non-wooden sash should have factory applied color closely matching the selected trim color. So that image that you see in the middle where it says the number 94, the trim color is a sort of earth tone, particularly brown. And the proposed window, the aluminum clad exterior, will be having a bronze color, which fits under that criteria. Another thing that I would like to go to within the next slide is its relation to the Southwest Corridor. So the St. Botolph district is really unique because it is, part Southwest Corridor kind of runs through the back of the district. So anything that is visible within the Southwest Corridor, any work that is done from St. Botolph and is seen through the Southwest Corridor is under the purview of the district. So we did take a look at this particular application and its relation to the Southwest Corridor and concluded it to be minimally visible. So you'll see within the images in the slide, you'll see that the estimated location of 94 St. Botolph is way, way in there. And the fact that it is a basement unit level, especially with the cars and so forth, it's, has a healthy distance from the sort of walkway and the public way. And so we concluded that it was minimally visible, yet this sort of project would not go under design review because it's minimally visible. It would go under administrative review, which is what we're doing now. I do want to say that, vegetation is not included within the visibility. So when we're looking through the Southwest Corridor, especially in, the summer seasons and the spring seasons, sometimes there will be applications that will say, it may not be very visible and such things, but it is really important to consider that vegetation is not included. So, especially that's because obviously within the winter and fall months, the leaves fall and things become a little bit more visible. So it's important to sort of move forward with that understanding in relation to the standards and criteria. But yeah.
Happy, could you just tell us approximately where is 94? Is it down by West Newton Street? Just give us a sense, because I don't have it by memory, even though I've
Yeah,
lived
of
here for 30
course.
plus years.
So I will give you
across from 7-Eleven, sort of.
Yeah, so
Is it
94
by the
St.
7-Eleven?
Diagonally across.
I believe it
Closer
is,
to
yes.
Bolin.
So it intersects, it's right by West Newton, and it is by that 7-Eleven on the corner store. It's not like directly by West Newton Street. It's a little bit more tucked into St. Botolph, going a little bit further into that side. But yeah, the closest sort of intersection, I would say, is St. Botolph and West Newton Street.
Got it. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. And if the commission has any other questions, I would be happy to answer.
No questions on my end.
Perfect.
And I think, Jackie, because there are quite a few members of the public, maybe we will open it up for public comment. So if you could back it up
Mhm.
to the script, we'll ask Doug to read our.
Yeah. So, oh. So, Doug, the script for, asking or opening the floor up for the public would be on the bottom portion of the slide, if you'd like to read that.
So members of the public will have the opportunity to ask questions and provide public comment on applications and discussions. To do so, please raise your hand in the application via Zoom meeting platform. We will repeat these instructions throughout the hearing.
Okay, if there are any members of the public who would like to comment or ask questions, please raise your hand. And it doesn't look like I'm not seeing any, so I think there's no public comment. So I think, staff recommendation. Oh, see Lee Steele. So
Lee, how are you?
Hi.
Lee, you should be able to mute yourself.
Yes.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so video.
Well,
The
you can't
raise
run
hand
your
thing-
you
the
can't run
raise
your
hand
video.
thing is always a bit of a challenge for me, so forgive me.
We are able to hear you.
Okay.
So
I don't
yeah.
know. Yeah, I don't know why my camera's not working. I think this is actually at one point in time, many, many years ago, I owned the basement unit
Mhm.
at 94 St.Botolph, and I think the windows today are the same windows way back then. So they are clearly in justifiable need for replacement. And Jacqueline, I think your comments were very well spoken and well taken. So thank you for the thoughtful presentation. I represent the St. Botolph Neighborhood Association Arc Review Committee. I think this is a very worthwhile project, and I would encourage the commission to approve it and go forward.
Thank you, Lee. Appreciate that.
Okay, I'm not seeing any others, and let me just make sure we're not getting any email messages in. No, I think we can end public comment there. So Doug, turn it back over to you if you want to ask for someone to make a motion.
I would hereby ask for someone to motion approval.
I would certainly, this is Nancy Russell, make a motion to approve the 94 St. Botolph Street window replacement project.
I would second that.
Okay, all commissioners in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, thank you. We approved our administrative review. So what's next on our agenda? Staff update. So we're very excited to have Jackie Venegas, join our team as preservation planner. She will be taking over for Gabriela Amore. So she's going to be the preservation planner who's going to be overseeing St. Botolph. She'll be overseeing the South End with Rachel Erickson, who is another preservation planner. And she is going to be taking over the Bay Village Historic District Commission. So Jackie, do you want to say anything about your background?
Yes. So I born and raised in Florida, back in Florida. I did a substantial amount of preservation work around the state, doing sort of advocacy in addition to sort of preservation outreach. I was able to get recognized and was privileged enough to win an award as the Preservation Scholar Award for the Florida Trust for Historic Preservation. Decided to make the move to Boston and have been a preservation planner here for the city for about a month, and it's been incredibly just amazing. I've been enjoying every second of it, and I am very excited to work with all the commissioners, and have been falling more in love with every district that I've been working with. So St. Botolph is a real gem in the city, and yeah, thank you all so much.
Great, thanks, Jackie. And other staff updates. Susan Trowbridge, our longtime chair and commissioner, has officially moved to Maine, so she has left the commission, and I'm hoping that by the next hearing, we'll have Rob Steinberg from the neighborhood be appointed to take her place. Lee, did you have, I know you probably have a question about that, so Lee, did you want to ask something?
There we go. Yes, you actually partially answered my question. Rob actually he would be a terrific addition, I think, to the commission. And he's kind of anxious to get started. He's been in the pipeline, Joe, for months. I know it's sometimes an administrative challenge to get things before city council and approved. So I guess my question is, what's the status of his recommendation to council for approval by the mayor's office?
My understanding is that he's gone through city council, and that he's been waiting for getting a letter from the mayor's office about his appointment. So I believe the next steps would be for him to be sworn in at the
Okay.
city clerk, but he still hasn't received any communication from the mayor's office about
All
that.
right, I will check. I will check with him just to see if I hope what you say is true.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
I did communicate with him yesterday, and he hadn't heard anything as of yesterday from the mayor's office.
oh, hmm. But you think he's been approved?
Yes, that's my understanding.
He wouldn't
Yes,
know, but he wouldn't know one way or the other, right? Unless he got the letter.
exactly. The last I heard from my contact in the mayor's office was that the letter was being drafted, and that was in June. So
Should I follow up with Macon Bonner?
that would be fine. That would be
Yeah.
fine.
Because you can see we're on the hairy edge of not having a quorum, and which was my concern. It hasn't been an issue necessarily because we haven't had that many projects, but projects come and go. So on behalf of the neighborhood, I'm pretty anxious to have this spot filled. This gives us a little bit of maneuvering room so we can maintain our quorum and move forward. And plus, he'll get to work with Jackie. So
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it.
Joe, you're okay too.
Thank you.
He's great.
Jacqueline, welcome.
Thank you so much, Lee. I
think
appreciate it.
You'll find us a pretty cordial, amenable, but also conscientious group. So thank you for
Of
being
course.
our planner.
Of course, thanks.
Thank
And
you.
I did see that Angie or someone had their hand up. If they would like to speak or had a question, feel free to. Okay, thank Angie. So let me
Here, I think Andrew, you should be able to unmute yourself.
yeah.
Okay, thank you all so much. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I can't turn my video on, which is fine. But I did just want to say briefly, I am so I'm not representing, but I am from the District 7 office, and I'm doing constituent service as it relates to South End, but all of the district. So if I can be helpful in following up, and actually, Jacqueline, as we speak, I'm drafting you a letter to have a conversation about your efforts in Roxbury and the whole district. But if I can be helpful, please let me know. I would put my email in the chat, but it looks like the chat is disabled. But feel free to reach out to me.
Yeah, you can reach us at blc@boston.gov if you want to send us your contact information there.
Sure, I will do that.
And Angie, what's your last name? Just so we have it.
Brutus, Brutus.
Great, thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
Thank you, Angie.
Yes.
Angie.
Okay, and those are all our staff comments and updates. Oh, and it looked like Doug's still here. Yeah, Doug's still here. All right. So I think at this point, commissioners, we can have a motion to adjourn.
I would motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second that
August 20,
motion if you
2025.
need a second.
Great. Okay. And all in favor, aye.
I
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, great. Thank you. Well, hopefully we'll get some more projects for you to review, but it's good getting everyone together. And as I had said earlier, we're hoping, even as we have these smaller applications, to convene the commission so you can just get comfortable with our our format here and get some experience.
Well, thank you. And
Look
Jackie.
forward to working with everyone. Jacqueline,
forward
nice
to
to meet you as well.
Nice to meet everyone as well. And yeah,
Thank you very
excited to work
much.
with everyone. Bye now.
Everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thanks.